Okay po. So to start, under this po is the control valves, which is the discharge bypass valves. So this valve po is employed to restrict the minimum evaporation pressure during low load times. Is to either avoid coil icing or to keep the compressor from running at a suction pressure lower than it was intended to. And this is done by passing some of the hot discharge gas straight onto the straight onto the low side. And by allowing excess refrigerant flow to be diverted naman po, these valves help to preserve ideal pressure conditions and mitigate compressors from overheating. And next naman po dito is yung high side and low side. Ito naman po ay parang two types po ng float valves. And to start po with the high side, this high side po or a particular kind of float valve that is utilized on the high pressure or discharge side of a refrigeration system. And on the high pressure side of the system, the high side float valve controls the flow of liquid refrigerant to keep at a certain level in a receiver or other storage vessel. And with this, it helps the system function properly by ensuring that the expansion valve receives a steady supply of a liquid refrigerant. Then the next naman po dito is yung low side float valves, wherein this valve is employed in a fixed flow pressure side between the compressor suction line and evaporator. Its function naman po is to maintain the constant flow rate of liquid refrigerant in the evaporator and float chamber. And it is to prevent the evaporator from flooding with excessive liquid refrigerant. And so to simplify the difference of these two naman po, in the low side float valve, the valve opens as the level of the refrigerant drops in the evaporator. But in the high side float valve, the valve opens when the level of refrigerant increases in the chamber. And next naman po dito is ang solenoid valves. So ang solenoid valves naman po is that these are used in refrigerant control devices primarily to regulate the flow of refrigerant in particular system sections. These electromechanically driven valves is to transform electrical energy into mechanical energy. And in addition to controlling flow precisely, they also improve system efficiency, maintain safety, contribute to conserving energy, and also crucial to the refrigeration system's overall management strategy. And lastly naman po sa control valves is the condensing water regulator. So a condenser cooling water regulating valve is its main function is to control the cooling water flow through the condenser. And during the compressor operation naman po, this condenser cooling water regulates the valve automatically controls the flow of cooling water, the condenser, and when the compressor stops, the flow is immediately shut off. And next naman po ay ang relief devices. So for the relief devices naman po, these devices are labeled as safety mechanisms in refrigerant control, promoting the standard regulations, safety compliance, and preventing potential damage of the refrigeration system from hazards in which excess pressure condition likely occurs. And in terms of its function, these are mainly operated by operating the valve or releasing a pressure relieving mechanism when the internal pressure exceeds the specified limits. And under naman po of these devices is the discharge inline lubricant separators. By separating the lubricant oil from the refrigerant discharge from the compressor, discharge line lubricant separators in refrigerant control devices are necessary for preserving the system's integrity and efficiency. It consists of two separations then that are primarily employed in the operation, such as the coalescence and the centrifugal force. Thus, this keeps the compressor's oil balance on track, facilitating efficient lubrication as well as preventing excessive oil circulation in the refrigeration system. And in addition to providing efficient lubrication and avoiding excessive oil circulation, this aids in maintaining the correct oil balance within the compressor. And lastly naman po is the capillary tubes. So capillary tubes, particularly in systems that use these tubes po, these are the main crucial parts of refrigerant control devices as they are best in cooling performance in a variety of refrigeration applications It's due to their capacity to control the refrigerant flow from high pressure side to the low pressure side. And also they facilitate phase change and optimize evaporator efficiency. Thus, these tubes can be classified as restrictive devices, or it employs a flow restriction to further regulate the amount of refrigerant entering the evaporator. Then, ang short tube restrictors naman po is somewhat similar din po sa capillary tubes and other devices naman po ng under relief devices. Yun lang po.
Next naman po is lubricants in refrigerant systems. The primary functions of a lubricant is to reduce the friction and minimize wear. It achieves this by interposing a film between moving surface that reduce direct solid-to-solid contact between lowers or coefficient of frictions. So sa refrigeration system po, di ba po may involved dito na circulations ng refrigerants. Ito po is highly volatile and may cause wear and tear sa mga moving parts kapag po ito is hindi po na lubricated ng maayos. So meaning po ang main functions po ng lubricant sa refrigeration systems is nare-reduce po nito ang friction sa between moving surface para po ma-ensure nito ang smooth operations and longevity of various materials components such as po ng compressors, motors, and bearings po.
Next po natin is the secondary coolants in the refrigeration systems. Secondary coolants are liquid used as heat transfer fluids that change temperature as they gain or lose heat energy without changing into another paste. For lower refrigeration temperature, this requires a coolant with freezing point of that below that of water. These are generally called brines in the industry. We know naman po that secondary coolants play a vital role sa ating refrigeration system. Especially po sa mga large-scale or industrial applications where direct cooling are needed. These secondary fluids are used to transfer heat nga po from one to another, serving as an intermediary between the primary refrigerant and the target environment. And here are some of the secondary coolants. Water, it is one of the most commonly used secondary coolants due to its high heat capacity and availability. Next, glycol solutions. Glycol solutions such as ethylene glycol and propylene glycol mixed with water are commonly used as secondary coolants in the refrigeration system as they offer freeze protection at a lower temperature and can be used in application where water alone would freeze. Next, brines. Brine solutions of salt dissolved in water, typically calcium chloride and sodium chloride. They have lower freezing points than water, allowing them to remain in a liquid state at lower temperature. And next po, thermal oils. It is also known as heat transfer fluids or synthetic oil or mineral oils with high thermal stability and heat transfer efficiency. They are used in a refrigeration system operating at a high temperature or in an application where direct contact with water is not desirable. And next, in some cases, air is used as secondary coolant in the refrigeration system, particularly in a air-cooled condenser where ambient air is used to remove heat from the primary refrigerant. And secondary coolants provide flexibility, efficiency, and the refrigeration system, allowing precise temperature control, freeze protection, and the heat transfer in various applications. And the choice of the secondary coolant depends on the factors such as operating temperatures, environmental considerations, safety requirement, and cost effectiveness.
Ma'am, regarding po dito sa slide ay may message po sa chat box si Christine Lucky. Thank you po.
Nine Janela, paano na lang? Pabasa.
Okay po.
Okay na.
First, circulation air coolers. So, first, circulation unit coolers and product coolers are designed to operate continuously in refrigerated enclosures. A cooling coil and motor-driven fan are their basic components and provide cooling or freezing temperatures and proper airflow to the room. Coil defrost equipment is added for low-temperature operations when coil frosting might impede performance. Any unit, for example, blower coil, unit cooler, product cooler, and cold diffuser unit air conditioning air handler is considered a forced air cooler when operated under refrigeration conditions. So, ito po ang explanation ni Kristen Lucky. Product coolers and first circulation unit coolers use a cooling coil and motor-driven fan to produce enough airflow or cooling temperatures. The cooling coil is responsible for cooling or freezing temperatures, while the fan ensures proper airflow in the room. They are intended to operate constantly in refrigerated spaces. For low temperature operations, they have coil defrost equipment to avoid frosting that might affect performance. When used in refrigeration, any unit such as an air conditioner, air handler, blower coil, unit cooler, product cooler, or cold diffuser is referred to as forced air cooler.
So, retail food store refrigeration and equipment. Refrigeration equipment used in a retail food store may be broadly grouped into display refrigerators, storage refrigerators, processing refrigerators, and mechanical refrigeration machines. So, yung display refrigerator, so they are used to show or to showcase the food to the customer. So, ito yung lagi nating nakikita dun sa mga tindahan. At ito ay may iba't ibang klase, yung mga open top, meron ding mga reach-in, meron yung mga ordinary na glass door, etc. Yung storage refrigerator naman, ang purpose naman nito ay para makapag-store ng huge quantities of food. So, ito yung rep na pinaglalagyan ng mga pagkain na hindi pa naka-display. Kumbaga, pag naubos yung mga nasa display, dito sila kukuha ng ipanlalagay nila doon sa mga display refrigerators. Yung processing refrigerator naman, as the name suggests, so these are used for processing food items, yung mga food na kinakailangan gamitan ng mga chopping, mixing, etc. Ang example dito is yung mga salad. Then, mechanical refrigeration machine naman, ito naman yung nagpro-provide ng cooling power dun sa mga naunang refrigeration equipments. So, siya yung parang nagpapalamig dun sa buong store. Equipment may also be categorized by temperature. Medium temperature refrigeration equipment maintains a dew point evaporator temperature between -7 and 4.5 degrees Celsius, and product temperature above freezing. Low temperature refrigeration equipment maintains a dew point evaporator temperature between -40 and -12 degrees Celsius, and product temperature below freezing. Reaching in refrigerators have doors, open refrigerations do not. So, sinasabi lang dito na we can also categorize a refrigerator based dun sa temperature na kaya niyang i-produce. Ang una ay yung medium temperature refrigeration equipment. So, ito ay ginagamit dun sa mga display refrigerators to display food nga na hindi na kinakailangan na ma-frozen, such as yung mga meats, dairy products, and etc. Yung low temperature refrigeration equipment naman ay kabaligtaran nung sa medium, or mas mababa yung kanyang temperature na naibibigay. Ito yung mga ginagamit dun sa mga frozen foods natin.
So for food service and general commercial refrigeration equipment, food service requires refrigerators that meet a variety of needs. So when it comes po to the food industry, refrigerators are an essential part po of those businesses na nag-handle ng mga perishable items in order to make sure na na-maintain po yung freshness ng kanilang mga products. So some applications po are sa mga refrigerators na nakikita natin sa mga restaurants, sa mga fast food restaurants, sa mga cafeterias, commissaries, or sa mga facilities na nagdi-distribute ng food sa mga military bases or other large-scale operations. Then, meron din sa mga hospitals, schools, convenience stores, grocery stores, and other specialized applications. So many refrigeration products used in food service applications are self-contained and the corresponding refrigeration systems are conventional. So kapag po self-contained, so the necessary components of the refrigeration products are enclosed within a single unit. Yung mga conventional refrigeration systems na tinutukoy are commonly used sa mga large-scale food service establishments like those restaurants, supermarkets, or commercial kitchens where higher cooling capacities are required. So they are typically composed of compressor, condenser, expansion valve, and evaporator to make sure reliable cooling. So some systems, however, do use ice for fish, salad pans, or specialized preservation and or display. Kahit po may mga refrigeration systems na tayo maaasahan, may mga instances po na nagamit pa rin po ng ice for certain food items na need i-display or i-present para sa mga customers. Like the ones we see po sa mga supermarkets in terms of seafood. Then, ginagamit din po ang ice to keep salad pans chilled as well as for other specialized preservation.
So, hello po. So, next naman po is we have the household refrigerators or freezer. So, lahat naman po sa atin is meron sa bahay nila or naka-encounter ng ating refrigerators at mga freezer. So, ano nga bang functions ng ating refrigerators at freezers? So, ang primary functions nila is to store food. So, nag-store sila gamit, pinapababa nila ang temperature. So, reduced temperatures is used to preserve food. And sometimes makikita natin sa mga image na yan, mostly ang refrigerators natin at freezers is magkasabay na or nasa iisang machine na sila. So dahil dyan, yung secondary, so capable sila na magkaroon ng secondary temperatures na mas mababa pa katulad sa refrigerators. So most of the time nag-store tayo ng food sa ating refrigerators at gumagawa tayo ng yelo doon sa freezers. So not only ice na nag-i-store din tayo ng mga frozen foods. So, relative dyan is yung ating mga wine chillers. So, para mag-store tayo ng wine is meron tayong minimit na temperature which is 7 to 18 degrees Celsius. So, saan nga ba nanggagaling yung mga wine chillers na yan? So, meron silang same manufacturers katulad ng ating mga refrigerators at freezers. At dahil doon, dahil sila ay parehas ng manufacturers, minsan pinagsasabay na din sila. So maraming compartments ang ating refrigerators para mag-store ng food, ng paggawa ng yelo at ng mga beverages such as wines. Yan lang po.
Ang next naman ay ang absorption equipment. Ang mga absorption refrigerator ay mga refrigeration system na nag-ooperate on the principle of absorbing and dissolving a refrigerant gas para magkaroon ng cooling effect. Unlike traditional compressor-based refrigerator na gumagamit ng mechanical compression to cool, ang mga absorption refrigerator ay gumagamit ng heat source to drive the cooling process. Bale, merong dalawang klase ang absorption equipment based sa refrigerant na ginagamit. Yun ay ang water-based at ammonia-based. Sa water-based, ang main product ay ang mga large commercial chillers. Ang mga chillers na ito ay may substance na tinatawag na lithium bromide. Ito ay para i-absorb ang refrigerant. Kapag po na-absorb na ang lithium bromide ang refrigerant, magkakaroon po ito ng cooling effect. Sa ammonia refrigerant naman, may tatlo tong main product. Ang una ay ang domestic refrigerator. Ito yung mga normal na ref na nakikita natin sa ating mga bahay. tas gumagamit ito ng ammonia as a refrigerant. Pangalawa ay ang residential chillers. Parehas po sa water-based commercial chillers, pero gumagamit naman ito ng ammonia para sa kanyang refrigerant. Ang pangatlo ay industrial refrigeration units. Ito ay ang mga larger cooling system used in factories or big buildings. Bali, ang sinasabi lang sa slide na ito ng absorption equipment ay may dalawang category based sa liquid na ginagamit nila para mag-create ng cooling effect. Yun ay ang water-based with lithium bromide at ammonia-based. Next po.
Then, ito naman po yung absorption unit have several major advantages po. They are activated by heat, no mechanical vapor compression is required, reducing summer electric demand. They do not use atmosphere warming halogenated refrigerants. Lubricants which can degrade heat and mass transfer are not required. The equipment can be fired by combustion of fuel directly heated by various ways of fluid heated by steam or water. It sounds like po describing absorption cooling system. These systems are used heat to drive cooling process, eliminating the need for mechanical vapor compression. Then they are also environmental friendly as they don't rely on halogenated refrigerants. Additionally, they have versatile heating options like combustion of fuel, waste of fluids, or steam or hot water. These systems are efficient and have a minimal environmental impact.
So let's move on the food cooling and storage. We have thermal properties of foods, cooling and freezing times of foods, commodity storage requirements, food microbiology and refrigeration, refrigerated facility design, and lastly, the refrigerated facility loads. So let's focus first on the thermal properties of foods. Next po. So thermal properties of foods. Thermal properties of foods and beverages must be known to perform the various heat transfer calculations involved in designing storage and refrigeration equipment and estimating process time for refrigerating, freezing, heating, or drying of foods and beverages. So for example po, if the food is a living organism such as fresh fruits or vegetables, it generates heat through respiration and loses moisture through transpiration. And these processes should be included in heat transfer calculations for estimating these thermophysical properties. So, because the thermal properties of foods and beverages is strongly depend on chemical composition and temperature, and because many types of foods are available, it is nearly impossible to experimentally determine and tabulate the thermal properties of foods and beverages for all possible conditions and compositions. Since different foods and beverages have different or unique chemical compositions, at dun po nakadepende ang design, storage, and refrigeration, it's kind of challenging for us to determine the properties of every food and beverages. However, composition data for foods and beverages are readily available from sources such as Holland et al. 1991 and USDA 1975. This data consists of the mass fractions of the major components found in foods, and thermal properties of foods can be predicted by using this composition data in conjunction with temperature-dependent mathematical models of thermal properties of the individual food constituents. Next po.
So, 4.2, cooling and freezing times of food.
Pakinig ba? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, so wait lang.
So these are the things that, again, um,
you needed to learn for your design project na gagawin. Pero since this is part of the introduction pa lang din for refrigeration, so you have to take note of this part dito sa part 4 na to. So these are the things na makakatulong for your design project. So ito na din yung parang gagamitin nyo or part of introduction ng inyong design project. So what are the things that you have to take note in designing? So at least you have the idea. Pero magkakaroon naman tayo dyan ng separate discussion para sa mismong parts and components that you need to include in your design project. Pero ayun nga, so ito yung mga idea na kailangan nyo matutunan para at least alam nyo kung paano kayo magpa-propose ng topic for your design project. Okay? Pataas naman ako ng kamay kung narinig yung sinabi ko. Okay, hands down and then we'll continue. Okay, start.
So cooling and freezing times of foods. So sinabi lang dito yung article about sa preservation of food. Food preservation is one of the most significant applications of refrigeration. The process of cooling and freezing foods is designed to slow down the activity of microorganisms and enzymes that can cause food to deteriorate. When food is cooled or frozen, the metabolic processes of these microorganisms slow down, which retards their growth and extends the shelf life of the food. So kapag naglagay tayo ng pagkain sa ref, o kaya sa fridge or dun sa freezer, kagaya ng normal na ginagawa ng mga tao, parang yung food need niya na yung food para kumbaga masira dahil sa water, nakakatulong yung water. Ngayon kapag pinipreeze natin yung mga pagkain, parang mas tumatagal siya, parang ganun. At saka by slowing down microbial growth and enzymatic activity, refrigeration and freezing help maintain the safety and quality of food. This not only allow us to store food for extended periods, but also helps in reducing food waste and ensuring a steady supply of food. Next slide.
Next naman po ay para sa commodity storage requirements. Storage requirements of many perishable foods, first and fabrics that enter the market on a commercial scale must be followed. The data are based on the storage of fresh, high-quality commodities that have been properly harvested, handled, and cooled. Based from previous topics states the importance of preservation of foods by cooling and freezing para maiwasan natin yung mga possible na pagbuo o pagkalat ng microorganisms or enzymes sa food na siyang sanhi ng madaling pagkasira ng food products. In commodity storage requirements, ipinapaliwanag naman dito na dapat magkaroon ng tamang pamamaraan ng pag-iimbak ng produkto na naaayon sa uri at characteristics nito tulad ng perishable foods, first at fabrics. Halimbawa ay sa mga perishable foods such as vegetables, dairy products, meats, and seafood. Kinakailangan ang refrigeration or freezing para ma-maintain ang freshness nito. While para sa first at fabrics, kinakailangan naman ang controlled humidity and temperature conditions to prevent mold or mildew growth. Adequate ventilation is also needed to prevent the build-up of moisture, odors, and gases. Another thing ay dapat may protection from light dahil some of perishable foods, first and fabrics, are sensitive to light and may degrade. Ang proper packaging naman ay makatulong to protect products from physical damage, contamination, and exposure to external factors. The last is cleanliness and hygiene. It is important to maintain the quality and safety of stored items. Ang mga practices na ito ay kinakailangan sundin hanggang ang mga products na ito ay ready to consume. Next po.
Food microbiology and refrigeration. Refrigeration's largest overall application is the prevention or retardation of microbial, physiological, and chemical changes in foods. Even at temperatures near the freezing point, foods may deteriorate through growth of microorganisms, changes caused by enzymes or chemical reactions. Holding foods at low temperatures merely reduces the rate at which these changes take place. A few spoilage organisms can grow at or below temperatures at which food begins to freeze, but their growth rate is greatly reduced below that at ambient temperatures. So ayun, 'di ba, usually ang ginagamit natin ng fridge para mag-store ng mga pagkain like leftovers, ganon. Tapos kasi mas madaling napapanis yung pagkain pag hindi siya properly stored or nainitan, ganon. Kasi ang mga bacteria or microorganisms na nag-grow sa food ay mas mabilis siya nag-grow between temperatures that ranges from 40 to 140 Fahrenheit. Yun yung pinaka-temperature ng environment kung saan mas dumadami yung bacteria na nagkokos ng pagkapanis or pagkabulok ng food. Tapos, pag naman above 140 degree Fahrenheit na, yung pag pinapainitan yung food, di ba, para din hindi mapanis, ganun, namamatay naman yung bacteria pag ganun na siya kainit. Tapos pag naman below 40 degree Fahrenheit, nabagal lang yung pag-grow nila, but hindi siya nawawala or na, na namamatay. Next po.
Sunod naman po is refrigerated facility design. Refrigerated facilities are any buildings or sections of a building that achieve controlled storage conditions using refrigeration. Refrigerated facility po is design is about creating and maintaining controlled temperature environment for storing and processing food, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and other sensitive products. Ang example po nito ay mga large-scale cold storage warehouses, produce distribution center, pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities, supermarket walk-in coolers and freezers, and mobile refrigeration units. And yung two basic storage facilities po na nasasakop dito is coolers that protect commodities at temperature usually above 0 degrees Celsius, and low temperature rooms, freezers, operating under 0 degrees Celsius to prevent spoilage or to maintain or extend product life. Next.
Refrigerated facility design. Condition within a closed refrigerated space must be maintained to preserve the stored product. This refers particularly to seasonal, shelf life, and long-term storage. Specific items for consideration include uniform temperatures, ensuring consistent temperatures throughout the storage area to prevent temperature gradients that could lead to spoilage or uneven ripening. Length of airflow pathway and impingement on stored product. Designing the airflow system to minimize the distance that air travels and to avoid direct impingement on products, which could cause damage or uneven cooling. Effect of relative humidity. Controlling the relative humidity to prevent condensation, which could lead to mold growth and spoilage. Effect of air movement on employees. Ensuring that air movement does not pose a hazard to employees, such as causing draft or creating unsafe working conditions. Control ventilation, if necessary. Providing adequate ventilation to remove heat, moisture, and any contaminants that could affect product quality or employee safety. Product entering temperature. Accounting for the temperature of products entering the storage area to ensure that the refrigeration system can maintain the desired storage temperature. Expected duration of storage. Designing the facility to accommodate the longest expected storage time for the products being stored. Required product outlet temperature. Ensuring that the refrigeration system can maintain the desired outlet temperature for the products being stored. And last is traffic in and out of storage area. Designing the facility to minimize traffic and prevent damage to products or the refrigeration system. These considerations are essential for maintaining the quality and safety of stored products as well as for ensuring the efficiency and effectiveness of the refrigeration system. Next po.
Then next naman po ay ang refrigerated facility loads, which is ang kauna-unahan po natin pag-usapan ay ang transmission loads po, or which is yung heat po na makikita natin within the refrigerated space po, or yung heat na nagpo-flow sa surface po ng ating refrigerated space. Then next naman po is the product load, which is ang best example nga po dito ay ang mga pagkain na ini-store natin sa ating refrigeration system. Which is, according nga po sa report kanina, ang mga pagkain po ay may kanya-kanyang thermal properties. And yung mga thermal properties po na ito, or yung mga napoproduce po na heat ng mga pagkain na ini-store natin, which is yun na po ang ating i-consider na product load. Then next naman po is ang internal load. Internal load naman po ay nagpo-pertain sa mga heat na napoproduce ng internal components ng isang refrigeration system, which is maaaring mga heat po na nanggagaling sa mga ilaw ng isang refrigeration system, sa electric motors, o kaya naman nga po sa mga tao nagtatrabaho dito. Dahil kagaya nga po sabi kanina, may mga large scale po tayo na refrigeration system. Gaya po ng mga industrial refrigeration units, o kaya naman po yung mga walk-in refrigerator sa isang restaurant. Then next naman po ay ang infiltration air loads, which is according nga po sa report po ni Master Bantayan last Saturday na sa isa pong air-conditioned system, kapag po binuksan natin ang isang air-conditioned space with through sa surroundings, hindi po lumalabas ang malamig na hangin, kundi pumapasok po ang mainit na hangin, which is same naman po siya pagdating sa ating refrigeration system or sa isang refrigerated space na na-open sa surrounding. Hindi po lumalabas ang malamig na hangin mula sa isang refrigerated space, kundi ang pumapasok po ay ang mainit na hangin galing sa surroundings, which is yung mainit na hangin na po na pumapasok sa ating refrigerated space, yun na po ang ating tatawagin na infiltration air load, which is there are other loads po na manggagaling naman po sa ating other pang equipment related na loads. So, yun lang po. Next slide po.
And now let's proceed with the discussion of the refrigerated transport. So refrigerated transport involves the moving of goods or products in condition where temperature is being regulated to either prevent yung spoilage, preserve quality, and yung to prolong shelf life ng ating mga commodities. So various means of refrigerated transport are employed. As presented nga, ang una ay yung cargo containers, rail cars, and trailers, and trucks. Second is yung marine refrigeration, and third one is the air transport. Focus muna tayo dun sa una natin, which is yung cargo containers, rail cars, trailers, and trucks. Next po. So transport of commodities may be as simple as direct delivery of fresh vegetables from garden to market in a wagon. However, there were factors including nga yung mga travel time, ambient temperature, and the risk of spoilage. And these mga factors ay yung necessitated yung use ng ating temperature-controlled transport methods. There are certain commodities kasi na sensitive not only sa temperature but also sa mga iba't ibang environmental factors such as relative humidity and also yung mga chemical composition ng ating surrounding atmosphere. So therefore, in addition sa pag-control sa temperature, it becomes necessary to consider then na i-regulate yung ating mga environmental factors during the transportation and storage ng ating mga sensitive goods. So nabanggit nga kanina yung humidity. So some commodities, especially mga fresh produce like mga fruits and vegetables, yung maintaining ng right humidity becomes crucial since pinapreserve nito yung kanilang texture, appearance, and yung overall freshness ng ating produce. Next naman is yung chemical composition. So certain goods may undergo chemical reactions when exposed to specific atmospheric conditions. Example na dito is yung mga pharmaceuticals and also mga sensitive chemicals. Kasi pag na-expose sila sa chemicals like na present sa ating atmosphere, maaaring ma-degrade or mag-undergo ng undesirable transformation if not stored in controlled environments. So nasabi rin sa slide dito na there are too many commodities na nag-travel in distance market intermodally, meaning long-distance transportation, so they may came across different climates. So maintaining yung controlled atmosphere natin becomes vital to prevent product degradation and to ensure the goods reach their destination in their intended condition. Next po.
So now here are the various types of refrigerated transport na ginagamit sa pag-transport ng commodities na nagre-require ng temperature control. So dito po sa una po ay yung cargo containers. Ito po yung mga standardized units na ginagamit sa intermodal transportation na nag-ensure ng compatibility across the different modes like yung mga ships, trucks, tsaka trains. Itong mga cargo containers po ay typically 2.4 meters wide na may height na ranging from 2.4 to 2.9 meters. And may length po na pwede po siyang 6.1 meters or 12.2 meters long. And then ang second naman po natin ay yung mga railway refrigerator cars. Ito po yung mga part ng rail transport system na nag-o-offer ng means to move temperature sensitive cargo efficiently. Kumbaga mas efficient po siya since dire-diretso lang po ang takbo dun sa railway. Usually po ang mga railway refrigerator cars ay 15 to 20 meters long. And last po ay yung trailers. Ito po yung ginagamit sa road transportation na kadalasan po ay hinihila ng mga trucks. So they offer flexibility in terms of size and are suitable for different types of cargo. Ito pong trailers ay nagre-range po ng width na 2.4 to 2.6 meters with a height from 3.7 to 4.1 meters and they come in various lengths na nagre-range ng 7.3 meters to 18.3 meters. Next po.
So for marine refrigeration naman po, marine refrigeration systems are used abroad sea-going vessels and offshore facilities and generally include cargo hold refrigeration, domestic refrigeration services, and refrigerated containers. These systems differ from stationary systems not only in physical aspects, but also in fact that marine system must be designed to handle frequent starting and stopping. So, ang marine refrigeration system po ay parang malalaking fridges lang din po na nasa barko naman po. Gaya lang din po ng mga ref po natin sa kitchen. And these systems po are different lang from regular fridges because they need to handle starting and stopping more often. Kung sa bahay po ang mga ref po natin, if papatay buhay po siya lagi, masisira po agad yung ref natin. Pero yung sa marine refrigeration naman po, they are built po na for frequent starting and stopping. So bale ang marine refrigeration po works as the same as regular refrigeration na makikita natin land-based, and ang pinagkaiba lang po talaga ay yung challenge lang din po ng pag-operate while at the sea. And isa pang important thing about marine refrigeration is that these systems have to be able to start and stop a lot kasi minsan kailangan nitong mag-run non-stop for weeks. Depende po sa pangangailangan. And sa ibang araw naman po, pwede po siyang on and off sa isang araw lang. Depende lang talaga kung may laman po yung ref or wala na. Para lang din po, talaga ma-ensure yung mga pagkain and beverages ay fresh and safe for consumption during a long journey sa dagat. Yun lang po for marine refrigeration.
Next naman po ay third transport. Nakakita naman po na
Hello, mahina ba ang audio?
Hello po.
Mahina
Rinig
yung
po.
audio ng nagsasalita. Mahina audio.
Ngayon po, rinig na po.
Arinig.
Okay po. Next naman po ay ang air transport. Dito naman po in-highlight na vital role ng air freight services in transporting commodities with a specific focus on the refrigerated goods. So, both specialized all cargo carriers and passenger airlines contribute to this process, showcasing their ability to handle various cargo types, especially those requiring refrigeration. So, yung integration ng refrigerated cargo services within passenger airlines operating all cargo aircraft underscores their adaptability to diverse cargo needs. So, wide-body aircraft naman po, which dual passenger and cargo capacity, featuring dedicated compartments for refrigerated cargo, enhance the efficiency of transporting perishable goods or the commodities. So, beyond refrigeration considerations, air transport offers speed, global reach, and versatility for various commodities. Ngunit nga po, mabilis nga po at efficient, ay mahal po yung pag-transport gawa nga po sa air siya based, especially for bulk or low value commodities. And present challenges that businesses need to consider when choosing the transportation method. So, in summary po, air freight services with a focus on refrigerated transport provide a crucial and efficient solution for the global movement of diverse commodities, balancing advantages and challenges. Yun lang po. Next po.
So moving on to the food, beverage, and floral applications. In general po, the fundamental reason for having a refrigerator is to keep the cold temperature intact to this various product po. The cold temperature helps the food stay fresh and slow down the activity of bacteria, like sinabi nga po ng mga past reporters. Then, refrigeration plays a crucial role in ensuring the safety and quality of our food and beverages, like preserving freshness and safety and increase the shelf life of the food. Because most of the food that we consume daily, such as meat, fish, fruits, and vegetables, are all perishable. Refrigeration helps guarantee their safety by slowing down the growth of microorganisms, and low storage temperatures significantly reduce the risk of spoilage and prevent the potential health issues for consumers. Yun lang po. Thank you.
So, refrigeration systems find diverse application in various industries due to their ability to lower temperatures and control environments. So here are some industrial application of refrigeration system. The ice manufacturers, ice rinks, concrete dams and subsurface soil refrigeration in the chemical industry. So sa ice manufacture, it involves the production of ice on a large scale using industrial refrigeration system. So this system typically use a refrigerant to absorb heat from water, causing it to freeze into ice. Example for this is yung pagproduce ng ice in various forms including ice cubes, crushed ice, and block ice. It is used then sa pagpreserve ng perishable food items, chilling beverages, and providing cooling in industrial processes. Sa ice rink, refrigeration system are crucial for maintaining the ice surface in ice skating rinks. So this system keep the ice at a consistent temperature to ensure that the ice surface remains solid, smooth, and safe for participant ng skating activities. So concrete dams and subsurface soil. So in large-scale construction projects involving concrete dams or building foundation, mahalaga ang pagkocontrol ng temperature during the curing process to ensure structural integrity of the concrete. So by maintaining low temperature, these systems slow down the hydration reaction in concrete, allowing for better strength development and minimizing cracking. Refrigeration is also employed in ground freezing technique to stabilize subsurface soil during excavation or tunneling operation. And lastly, the refrigeration in the chemical industry. So it is used for cooling reaction, condensing gases, and liquefying gases for storage and transportation. Refrigeration system help maintain specific temperature condition required for chemical reaction. This ensures the product quality and the process efficiency. They are also employed in the purification of certain chemicals through processes like distillation and crystallization. Yan lang po.
Nasan si yung huli?
Ma'am, nasa chat box din daw po ang explanation po for this slide. Okay.
Pabasa mo na ulit nung slide tapos yung sulat niya. Nasaan ba siya? Ito yung nagpaalam, no? Tama ba? Iba. Sige na. Start ka na.
Low temperature applications. First, cryogenics. Next is ultra low temperature refrigeration. And third is the biomedical applications of cryogenics refrigeration. Cryogenic refrigeration uses liquefied gases such as nitrogen, helium, or hydrogen to achieve very low temperatures. These gases are much colder than the refrigerants used in conventional refrigerators, which allows them to cool objects to much lower temperatures. While the ultra-low temperature or ULT refrigeration refers to refrigeration systems that can achieve and maintain temperatures below negative 70 degrees Celsius up to negative 94 negative 94 degrees Fahrenheit. ULT refrigeration systems typically employ cascade refrigeration, which combines two or more refrigeration cycles to achieve the desired ultra-low temperatures. In terms of biomedical applications of cryogenics, here's a breakdown of some key areas. First is the biopreservation. This includes cells, tissues, and organs. Also, blood and blood products are included. Next is the medical devices and research. Enzyme and protein storage for this are vital for future experiments. Medical devices such as MRI.
Okay, hello. Congratulations sa lahat ng mag-present. So thank you for giving additional information on each of the slide. So kayo ay na-explain nyo ng mas maayos at mas clear, nakapagbigay din kayo ng example. So again, this lecture will also help you in order for you to select or research for a good topic for design project. So ito din yung nagbigay sa inyo ng idea. Dapat yun yung gawin for your um, design project. So, this week, meron tayong face-to-face class and online. So hindi ko pa masyadong gamayin sa schedule. Walang po online tayo sa face-to-face. Pero, parang sa natin magamitin. So, next topic natin is refrigerant, and then sunod na din natin yung sa discussion of vapor compression, refrigeration, and actual vapor compression, refrigeration with computation. Okay? So, again, thank you din dahil binigyan nyo din yung time na to para hindi na natin makamit yung time natin for Saturday to continue this discussion. And yung naging introduction natin for refrigeration, which includes reverse Carnot cycle. So, I think nakapagbigay sa inyo ng wide knowledge na on what are the application of this course sa major din as mechanical students and also mechanical engineering. Okay. So, do you have any question? May tanong ka? Pataas na lang ako ng kamay kung sa may question.
Wala pa naman po siguro, ma'am.
Okay. So, ayun. See you this weekend for our class. Yes, Nang Janela.
Ma'am, ka-clarify lang po yung about po sa PSAT. Hindi pa nga po ipapasa po yung hard copy next F2F po. Ano po?
Oo. Bali yung hard copy kasama na siya dun sa mga susunod pang problem set for midterm.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Okay. So, any question pa? Ang mahalaga ay yung online copy na naipasa on time. Additional question? Okay. So, yan muna for now. Again, thank you for your time na at least nakapagbigay kayo ng time para matapos natin yung discussion. So, ayun muna. Goodbye class, and again, see you this weekend.
Thank you.